Masvidal and Colby, what is going on there, right? Because, I mean, if you look at 170 pounds as a whole, it appears that we got a lot of questions answered, right? I mean, we just do. We know who's fighting for the championship next, Usman and Burns. We understand that Leon is going to fight Khamzat. We know that Nate Diaz is not going to return until 2021, just by example. We see that Tyron Woodley is going to be looking to reform himself. Some rumors even that he's leaving the weight class. Maybe that rumor started by me, but I'd like to see Tyron up at middleweight. I share this with you because as you start to see the pieces come off the board, you still have this mega fight that has to happen at some time. The story itself between Colby and Masvidal, it's too hot. Teammates, roommates, buddies, split. Masvidal goes on to be the biggest star in the sport. Covington, top guy in the division. Masvidal, BMF champion. Colby, #1 contender. I mean, it's one of these things, and now Colby's left the gym. I mean, wait till you get that whole story. I don't have it myself. I don't know what happened. I don't know if Masvidal was behind that. I know he had heat in there with, I'm talking Colby, he had heat in there with Poirier. Remember something, Joanna Champion was coming out. I mean, it was one of these things. He needed to go, and he left, but there's still a story there. I mean, that fight only gets bigger and better. You want to know a clue? This is a light clue. This is speculative clue, but you guys will recall when Masvidal was at a rally for the president, and the president was at the bully pulpit, and he talked about Masvidal, talked about his 5-second knockout of Ben Askren. You guys saw this, right? And he said, I talked with Dana, and I know you have something very big coming up, and I will be watching. But he didn't say anything more. President didn't say anything more, including, I hope you win. He just said, I'll be watching. I only bring that to you because the president's also close with Colby. So if that fight was going to be with Colby, you could see where the president was simply letting him know, it's going to be a big fight. I will be watching. Am I drawing too much from that? Yes, I am. But there's only so much that you can draw from that. What if the president says, I just talked to Dana. He looks right at Masvidal and says, you got something big coming up? Whatever Masvidal does next is going to be big. It's Masvidal. Biggest star in the sport right now. But there's not a whole lot of players left on the board. There's just not. Could also be looking at this all wrong. In all fairness, I could be. Because for some reason, Usman Burns has been pushed to 2021 and is still without a date. Is that looking to be broken up? Now I'm really speculating. But it's all the clues that we have. We don't have a whole lot of information, so we're kind of left to guess. And imagine Masvidal is going to go break that. Well, then what's Colby going to do? Just imagine. I don't predict that for you. I do believe that Burns and Masvidal that Burns and Usman are going to fight. Imagine Masvidal's interrupting that, though. He's going to go and rematch Usman. Does that mean Colby fights Burns? Colby fights Burns, but Khamzat Chimaev gets over on Leon Edwards. All of a sudden, Khamzat's going to be fighting for a world championship. Now they all have to sit and wait. I just said the division's very interesting right now. It's very interesting, and I don't know what is keeping Masvidal and Colby apart, but there's something. And it might be them, by the way. They both felt each other. They might have a little bit more respect for one another than they're letting on through the media. Something is delaying that match. Oh, by the way, something is delaying both of them from getting a match. The former champion, the sitting BMF champion, both without fights? What's the holdup there? Legit question. If you guys know, give me the scoop.